Open your mouth. Spread your legs. Clear. Let's go.
What up? You already know, it's your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome to Dog in the Yard. Today we got a very special guest in the building, Mayor Eric Adams in the building. We're gonna be definitely discussing a lot of changes in our city and our jail system as well as our backyard, you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, let's get right to it. You already know, it's your boy Pistol Pete, Dog in the Yard. It's the precinct that locked me up. Today we're here for a different reason. Let's get it. What up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome to Dog in the Yard. And today we have a very, very special guest in the building. As you can see, we have the Mayor, Eric Adams, in the building. It's an honor to have you in my platform. It's about time. I've been trying to get you, and I appreciate DJ and all that for keeping your word.
Without a doubt, brother. Appreciate you, man.
And,
you know that?
And I just know that I'm here to figure out how we could move forward and a lot of great things that we could do probably together.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. I support everything you do. You do an amazing job. I mean, in the city, I know this is a tough city. You know what I'm saying? I'm raised here my whole life.
Right.
And it's tough, you know. So I know your job is a tough job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And I salute you for that, man.
Thank you.
You
You know, you people say that all the time, how difficult it is. This is the most important city on the globe.
Mm-hmm.
And, 8.3 million people, 35 million opinions. But when you think about the scope of it, for 30-something years, I've been climbing this mountain to be the mayor. And Mom would say, you don't climb to the top of the mountain and complain about the view. Enjoy the view. And when you use the term hard is relative. She did 3 jobs. Cleaning people's houses, ironing clothing for folks, walking around on those arthritic knees, and no matter what the weather was, to provide. She said, I got to provide for 6 children. And so when I know what hard is, and that was hard. This, just be focused, don't get distracted, and grind. Ignore all that noise, all the haters out there that didn't want you to be the man in the first place. Now they're yakking. You know what? Listen, I know what I'm doing. I know how we turned around this city, and no one thought we can do it, and I know that we are doing it, and we're going to continue to do it.
Absolutely. And I'm with you. Just for those that don't know anything about Adam, your background, where you was born, raised.
Right.
To my understanding, you was from Brooklyn.
Yes. I am an urban mayor. The mayors that have come before me and mayors that are in cities across America, they fit a model. And what I'm trying to say as the mayor to people, you can be authentic. You can still remain who you are and still be successful manager. Like those who analyze how well cities are doing, those independent financial observers, they look at me and they rate you on if they're going to increase your bond rating, how well you manage the city. They raised my bond rating. They said this guy is managing the city out of crises, because I know what a crisis is. I grew up, I was born in Brooklyn, and people often say, I was born in Brownsville. They say, well, you got to address here, address there, address there. Yeah, because we moved around all the time. Whatever aunt or uncle has space on their couch, that's where we slept. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We moved around. And so Mom was able to iron a lot of shirts, a lot of pillowcases, a lot of sheets, and save up enough money to move us out of Gates Avenue to a small house in Queens, just a small starter house in Queens, but it was a step up. We felt we were like the Jefferson, man, moving on up.
Absolutely.
And grew up in Queens. Went to PS 140, IS8, Bayside High School. How I got through, I didn't know, because I was considered a dumb student. People always call me, the dumb student. They used to write on the back of my chair. Little did I know I was dyslexic.
Okay.
And I got out, somehow went to Queensborough Community College, and that's where I discovered in the library. Someone listened to a video on dyslexia that I took it out and looked at it, and I realized, like, you know what, I'm dyslexic. And I got the help that I needed, and it allowed me to just really excel. But, you know, I just grind.
You just never gave up.
Brother, never gave up. You know, it's so funny. I'm reading right now 50 Cent's, his book.
Okay.
A powerful book, man. Cats should read that book because it talks about the methodologies he's using in business is no different than being a street hustler. Never giving up. Don't be whining.
Yeah.
You know, don't be whining. You know, like you look at brother like yourself, man.
Absolutely.
You are supposed to have surrendered, and now you've taken all your pain and you turn it into purpose, and now you're helping brothers who are in pain.
Yes.
That's some powerful stuff, man. You know?
We love it too. We love it,
right?
And we love what we do,
right?
Because I love what I do,
and that's how I feel. When I'm able to go now and say, okay, listen, you didn't get the services you need. They betrayed you because you were dyslexic, and now I could do dyslexia screening not only in our schools so we can prevent Eric Adams's, but I'm doing it also in Rikers Island from 18 to 21 years old. We're screening you. If you identify to be dyslexic, which 30 to 40% are, and other learning disabilities, then you could get the services and get on a pathway, and you could opt in and get the services you deserve.
That's great, because that's one of the questions I was going to ask you, like what you've been doing as far as for the mental health and you know, in the city jails and stuff like that. You know? I know you got your program.
Right, and you know what's fascinating? Years ago, we closed what they was considered psychiatric wards, people with severe mental health illness. We closed them because the advocates said that it was inhumane. And a lot of those conditions were inhumane. But you can't go from one extreme to the next extreme.
Okay.
There has to be a middle ground.
Right.
And there are people who are dealing with mental health issues, and some of them severe. And what we do now is that when we close those facilities, folks now went to the streets. People are on the streets until they do something wrong. When they do something wrong, what do? We put them up to Rikers. So we took the psychiatric wards and we turned them into Rikers Island for the most part. Now, not everybody up there is dealing with mental health illness, but there's when you walk through, you see that folks are in pain, man. They need some serious care.
Mental health is very important in the
crucial,
city.
brother, crucial, man. And we got to build out a state-of-the-art mental health facilities that can be proactive and reactive. So if Ms. Jones is saying, listen, I'm seeing my son decline, I'm seeing him being schizophrenic, we shouldn't have to wait until her son commit a crime. Now we turn him into Rikers.
Yeah.
She should be able to take him somewhere where he can get the quality services she needs. And that's why I spend a lot of time. I've been on Rikers Island more than any man in the history of the city, visiting the inmates, talking to the inmates. I just got rebaptized with a group of inmates a few months ago because I wanted them to know, listen, brother, you know.
I love that, man. That's authentic. That's real. I love that.
And then we are the same, man.
But that's what the city needs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want somebody we could reach out, we could talk to, we could, you know, address our issues and try to make a better world, better city at least.
We do, brother. And that's why a lot of people don't realize that's why they want to turn my base against me. You know, they want to give the impression that, okay, you know, he's giving away the whole city to the migrants and asylum seekers, you know, because they realize that there's a mayor that is of them. I'm one of them, man.
Yes.
I'm one of them. We're the same.
Yep.
You know, I know what it is to buy a nickel bag and make 8 joints to help mommy get over. I know what it is to run numbers. I know what it is to stand in front of, the supermarket and say, mister, you need any help? So mommy can have some change. The other day, there was a story in the New York Post where they said there's a bunch of people standing out in front of the Burger King downtown selling drugs. And so I called the precinct commander. I said, what's going on? You can't have, open drug market. What's happening? He says, these cats are not selling drugs, man. They're homeless. They just come.
They just gather up.
That's it. Nowhere else to go. They come from home. They were coming from homeless shelters all over the city. They just felt comfortable there coalescing.
Yes.
So Sunday after church service, I went down there and I said, brothers, what's happening? You know, I want to find out what services I can help you with. You know, and we went inside Burger King and, you know, broke bread together. We spoke. We spent about an hour and a half speaking to each other and connecting them to services.
Right.
But that's what you talk about when you talk about that authentic.
Yeah, you need that.
Brother, I'm telling you, man. And you know how those brothers felt, man?
I
they
can
felt,
imagine, man. I mean, but that's what you need, though. You
do,
need somebody
brother.
that really reach out and care. You can go out to the city, you know, and you're not afraid to go out there because you're one of us.
Brother, and
You know
that's
what I
the key, man. And we can't miss this opportunity. Saturday nights, I'm driving through Brownsville, driving through the Bronx, or driving through Washington Heights. All of a sudden, I see the barbershop is closed. 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, barbershop is closed. I tell my team, pull over for a minute. I'll go inside, folks in the back, you know, joking, doing some cigars. I'm drinking a little Henny. I'm knocking on the glass. Could I come in? They said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, hell yeah. They're like,
But
what?
I got my best ideas, man.
Yes,
You know?
that's right.
Right. But you gotta stay on the ground. If you're not with the sheep, you'll never be a good shepherd.
Absolutely.
You know?
You're right. Well, you know, you're doing a great job in my eyes, man. And we here at Dog of the Yard platform. I know it's me and a whole bunch of us. I have a whole bunch of friends, and we all behind you.
Right.
We all
I
support
feel
you.
that.
You know what I'm saying? And I have a whole bunch of things that I'm working on. And I know that you have your program on needles or on
Yeah. We having a real problem with fentanyl is killing us, man. 80% of the overdose have fentanyl in them. And so we have a safe needle exchange program, but we also have a safe injection site. First in this nation, where people can actually go, if they're going to shoot up, they can do it in a safe environment, and they can get services. Wow. You know, because cats, if you at the point that you're going to shoot up, you're going to shoot up. Nobody's trying to hear. Don't come and try to give me no speech.
They shoot up right there on 3rd Avenue in the Bronx.
You know what I'm saying, brother? Yeah. And so our safe injection site, we have 2. While you're there, we do it safely. We get you services. If you want to make the decision of starting to cycle off, if you want to, instead of using dirty needles to get hepatitis and HIV, we do it in a safe way. And so there's a real energy in those sites. And you know, they're controversial. People push back, but I would rather someone be in a safe location than sitting in the schoolyard and kids watching you shoot up. You know,
man. You know, that's a great program. I have a program where I'm starting now that I wanted to bring to you. Where like twice a month we'll go out with local, whoever, us from the hood. I'm gonna gather a whole bunch of people, plus from other professions and stuff like that, and get them all together like twice a month and go out to these parks where they got needles and they got stuff all at 177, man. You can't even walk your dog.
Deep.
Because you can't even take your dog into the dog park because there's all needles all over the floor. It's crazy. And the kids can't even play in the park. So I got, you know, I'm putting a program together where we'll go out, you know, so at least twice a month, we amongst us, and show the community that, listen, this is our community. I love that. We need to clean up our community. I love that. I love that. Backyard. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I got grandkids and all that, and it's so crazy because you talk. Now you have a place where you go and use the needle. You provide that.
Right, exactly.
I used to work in a shooting gallery. I don't know. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these young kids don't know what that is,
right?
I used to work in a shooting gallery, in an abandoned building on 140th and Cypress in the Bronx, and I'm there collecting $1, you know, so the guys could go inside the abandoned building and shoot up. Right. So we have come a long way.
Yeah, listen, man. Not only Virginia Slims cigarettes came a long way, we too.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But I would love that. You know, and we should sit down and talk about how do we do it, because then when you got OGs that we can go out and, you know, you have the street credibility to speak to some of our young people, not down to them but to them. So we should figure out how do we visually show, you know, reclaiming our streets in our communities.
Absolutely,
you know, reclaiming our streets in our community.
Definitely, could definitely sit down and talk about that.
That's a brilliant idea. Where are you in the planning stage?
I'm I'm in the Bronx. I mean, I don't
No,
know.
where are you in the planning? Of
In the plan. Well, we've been talking about it for the past couple of weeks, and I'm getting the team together. We need to obviously. I have to get all the material. We need the little sticks to pick up the we can't pick them up.
Right.
You know, and somehow the containers that we could put the used ones.
I like that.
Nobody can get infected. That's
Right,
actually cleaning. I also want to make it big. I want to implement that to guys that's coming home on probation. Instead of just coming home on probation, no, you're gonna come home to this program, Dog in the Yard. You're gonna facilitate and you're gonna help out with helping out the community for a couple months, at least a month or two, and pay them.
Right,
and it's
right.
okay to pay them.
Right.
So they can feel good. A Friday could come. They got a couple $dollars in their pocket.
Yeah,
man.
because listen, man, cat's gonna eat, brother.
Yeah, like it gotta eat because this is when you get desperate.
Right.
And I know.
Right.
I came home. I came home from the Bronx. I only went to Brooklyn just to visit and go to juniors and go to different places.
Right.
I came home and they shipped me I'm from the Bronx my whole entire life. I went to halfway house in Brooklyn. I was lost, brother.
right.
I was in Myrtle Ave.
Right.
In front of Marcy Projects,
Right.
all right, Pete. Right. I didn't know how to take the train.
Right.
I didn't know how to. It was hard.
That's why we got to build those support systems.
It was my worst, and I'm been dying to let this out, brother.
Right.
It was my worst. That was one of my biggest challenges, brother. Coming home. I was like, Pete, are you gonna do this? I was like, shit, but fuck it. I'm like, but where's? And I'm like, where's my rich friends? When they gonna come up and and get this money to me so I could get me a car? And I'm taking 2 trains and a bus to Queens Queens Boulevard. To Queens. I got a job. First time ever working. It was complicated because I didn't have no guiding. I want to have a facility where brothers could come in and they could come to us and we could have help, we could apply, we could say, okay, today you're gonna go Pete Torres and you're gonna walk with John Rivera and take him, go help his ID, all his paperwork, look for a job, and guide them. Like you sometimes they need some guidance because a lot of us we go to jail, we're not educated. I went to jail. I learned how to read and write in jail. I did 3 years and a half in the box. You know what I'm saying? I did 3 years and a half in Southport Correctional Facility. The guy that taught me how to read and write, I never seen how he looked after like 5 years. He taught me through a little window. And all because I'm fighting the police every day. They knock my teeth out. I'm in there stressed out. I can't read, can't write. I'm fucking like an animal in a cage. So I'm in there like, what the fuck up? So I'm in there beefing with them about my food being late, my shit being cold. And I was like an animal, bro. And I went through some shit, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. Coming home and not getting that support, it triggers you, man. A lot of brothers, if you're not strong enough and got that I had that support. I had Fat Joe. I had these guys come to me, drop off, DJs coming to me. Here go bag. Yo, here go. Yo, here goes the little 20 clip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get yourself together, Pete. We here with you.
Right.
Other than that, man, my mind was in the gutter. Like, what I'm gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm gonna do, Pete? Like, I'm nervous because I don't want to go out and do anything wrong. Right. But I don't have no help. Right. And I want to stop that, man. I want to have a facility that they be able to come. They be able to come and feel welcome. They be able to come and be, okay, this is your home. We're gonna help you. Tomorrow we got an appointment that we're gonna get your ID at motor vehicle. We're gonna get your license. What you want to work on? You owe tickets. Let's take care of that. And let's just guide them for a little 2 weeks to 3 weeks and let them go. Right. And that's it. And they be able to manage. Transition. That's it. Just to go back. The bridge. There you go. The bridge. That's all. And those are the things that I want to work on. I want to be able to build with you on every aspect in regards to Rikers Island. I've been going to Rikers Island, like I told your colleague, your guys that work with you. I told them I went to Rikers Island after 30 years. Pistol P going back to Rikers Island, king of Rikers Island. I cut everybody in the world. I was the first guy in shackles and all that. I was the first predicate on Rikers Island. I mean, let me finish my legacy by going to Rikers Island and speak to the kids. Right. Love that. I went to Rikers Island. I felt the need to be there, man. I have to go there. I go there. Thank God and thank to Deb Hill. you know, that believes in me. You know what I'm saying? That she holds me down. And I went and I started off with a regular some other guys that go there programming, and a lot of programs that go to jail, to Rikers Island. They do it for money.
Right.
I wasn't doing it for money, brother.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I looked and I'm walking around and I'm seeing the brothers. You know, they walking around with sandals tied up to socks, and I'm like, this is 2024, like this ain't slavery. This ain't those times.
Right.
Like I'm not. It hurts my heart, bro.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm in there like, okay, we need to do something. To the point when I went back to my rich friends and I listen. We got to do something, man.
Right.
Like I need to donate. We need to come up with something, and they all with it. The good thing is that I have good people that they all with it. They're like, let us know, Pete.
Right.
I mean, and I've been working on my Pistol Pete Foundation. I finally got it situated.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm working.
Where is it in the process now? Your foundation.
It's done.
Okay. So what the number one thing that's important, if you have it, is connect with a real good grant writer.
Okay.
Someone that knows how to write grants.
Okay.
We give out millions of dollars, brother, you know, like 13, 14 millions of dollars a year in services. Far too often, they go to professional organizations that, like you said, they do it for profit, not people. And what I'm doing is saying I want to go to those who are on the ground really doing the work. Like this brother, sister Lala Anthony. I don't know, a lot of people don't know. Lala goes up there.
I know Lala for a long time, too.
She's up there all the time. She was, you know, last year she was up there just about every week.
She reached out. I'm going in there with her too.
Good. There's another brother up there that has a program called Fatherless No More. That's who I met with prior to my baptism. You know, so they're those who are committed. They're not getting the millions of dollars.
That's right.
But if you should put in for some of these proposals, we're doing new proposals because I'm saying there has to be some deliverables, man. We can't just keep these programs going. That's why people got pissed off. Because I was like saying, I'm not going to just spend $13, $14 million and no one's participating in the program.
Yes.
So what you're planning on doing when cats come home, to give them that breathing room.
Yes.
So they don't turn around and say, I got to go back and start slinging right away. I got to go back.
Pressure on them.
Right.
Because there's a lot of pressure. You coming home out of jail, it's pressure. It's while you in jail, it's a lot of pressure. I speak to the guys in there. They, you know, I bring gang specialists. Like I got my guys that's affiliated with gangs. Like I'm in the street for real. I know the gangs and who, what, and I know for a fact that we could put these guys together. Right. These guys don't have to live on a Rikers Island, live like savages or separated.
Right.
Like when I was in jail, that never exists. Whether you was a blood, Crip, and you ain't Latin King, we all live together.
Deep.
You know what I'm saying? We just got to respect each other. This is my moral. I teach them that. We respect each other. Feel me? Everybody give each other their space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been working out to the point. I've been going there for a couple of weeks. On my birthday, instead of going on vacation, I went to Rikers Island with 20-something pies. You know,
love it, man.
we
Love
broke
it.
bread.
So
you know?
now let's what we want to do. Now you want to professionalize it. Get a good grant writer and go after these grants. Okay. You know, and there's some good grant writers out there that would do it, you know, for free for you or what have you. So we should connect. Okay. Because that's the type of authentic work we need done.
Yes.
You know, you're doing it, you're gonna go far beyond whatever grant you win. You're gonna go far beyond and do the right thing.
Yes.
You know.
So that's the key. The key is to, you know, why go in there and have and go, because a lot of these guys, even without mental health or nobody, just by us going there and them seeing that we care, it brings a different win, man. We in there like authentic, like we in there, me, the Warden, Deb Hill, like they get us there. And I bring my guys, you know, and my guys they speak their language. And most of everybody's they gangs.
Right.
I can't lie. I'm not. Can't relate too much to the gang because I'm not there with no gang.
Right.
And it's like a lot of young shit that's going on, right? So I have the guys that I got the guys that's going to navigate this so we won't kill each other.
And you know what's the real interest? You know the real crisis here that has always been one of the most well kept secrets. Rikers Island has often been ignored because the mindset has been traditionally The inmates are black and brown. The correction officers are black and brown. 40% of the correction officers are women. So folks got us fighting among each other.
Yes.
You know, and many people know folks from the same neighborhood that's up there. And a lot of young people have been raised on Rikers Island, just as revolving door
all day,
over and over again. And so by, coming up with real ways, and there's some solid correction officers.
Solid.
That really believe.
Cares.
Right. Exactly.
You got one right here. Got that pill.
Yep. No.
She's official. She helps me out. She holds me down. She's like, even they give me a hard time to get. I can't believe I go in there with the Wharton and do all kind of meetings, but I haven't. They give me a hard time. I get my ID. Yeah, they like tell Eric. Don't worry about tell. They give me a hard time. But we go in there. We go in.
That's how we use this moment. We use this moment by my job is to help you navigate that BS. My job is that, hey, Eric, we want to do this needle cleanup. I need to give you the brooms, the pickup devices, the containers. That's my job. My job is, hey, Eric, we want to do something about people who are coming home. I need to find funding for you to be able to do that.
Yes.
You're willing to put in the sweat equity. I need to give you the city resources to help you do that.
Yes.
That's my job.
That's where I'm at with you.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do. And just know that I am, and I hate. I'm strong out here.
Right.
No,
you know what
I mean? I know that you're the mayor and you run the street.
But you're the mayor of the street.
You run New York.
You know what I'm saying?
But I got the juice.
Right.
And we can make a lot of things different. A lot of changes we could put together.
Right.
And a lot of these fucked up communities. We could really go back there, and I know all the head guys that run these shits, the OGs and this, that, and the same, almost like the same idea that we do in Rikers Island. We would put like one OG, two OGs with a bunch of young adults, and they'd be able to kick that G to them, like, hey, don't crack his head. You know what I'm saying? Fight him if he disrespects you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to cut him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same, because they got them in Rikers Island. We try to, we'll use some of the OGs that they act like, they not act, but they sound like they in good, like they moving forward. They had enough, and now they're around a bunch of young men, and I go in there and kick it to them like, you go ahead, man. You got to kick it to these young brothers, man.
Right.
And because these brothers ain't got nobody to talk to, and they done that, and we went back the following week, and then he's like, wow, man. I got everything good, everything respect. They all love it. They all listening. And
they listen, man. They looking for that role model. We're all looking for role models.
We're all looking for.
It doesn't matter who you are, brother. We're always looking. I still sit down and speak with my mentors.
Yes.
We all, and so here you have a population that probably never had, number one, a male figure in their lives, or that role model.
That's a fact.
And going back to 50 Book, man, he talks about how his mother used to sling. His mother died on the streets, selling drugs. She was murdered, and then he went out there and started slinging. Almost died on the streets. And he talks about the impact of losing your mother at that age. And so when we start to dig into the lives of some of the people who are inside, there's a lot of trauma, man.
There's a lot of trauma.
That trauma is
real. There's a lot of trauma. Some of that trauma, it'll affect you your whole life.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff that I could have got help with, I didn't get help. Now I have anxiety.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I might be good at sometimes, but sometimes I could be home and I'm like I have anxiety.
That's real, man.
That's real. And it all come, and I was catching that on my last couple months of coming home. I was in a cell and the police used to lock me out and be like, Pete, what's up? You okay? I said, yo, I need to get out the cell. They used to crack the cell upstate, and they used to be like, in the feds, they used to be like, you all right, Pete? I'd be like, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm feeling weird, like I can't.
Talk about that, man. So when you were coming home, when you were about to be released?
Yeah, that anxiety.
Tell me about that.
This is the reason I want the program to have somebody to go to, because it's complicated when you worry about so much. Some people don't have clothes. Some people don't have nothing. Their grandmoms is the only one taking care of them. So they coming home and they don't have shit. So they out there, they like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? They don't got no sneakers, they don't got nothing. So you have a lot of pressure way before you come home. And my pressure was I had some support system, but I'm not dependent on that.
Right.
So I still had it. I had anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, I have to get a job. I never had a job in my life. My life. Never had a job. Yeah, one job. I was on federal parole. Came out halfway house. You gotta get a job when you're in a halfway house. If not, you go back to jail. So I did plumbing, and I went and I was working in Queens, and it was complicated.
Right.
And it was real. It was a challenge for me because every day I walk. God is my witness, brother. Jesus, Lord is my. He knows. I walk every day like, man, I don't know how long I'm gonna walk this walk. Every day to the train.
That's something.
I don't know how long I'm gonna walk this walk. I don't know how long I'm gonna walk this walk. And what happened? We go and we get lost.
Yeah, and multiply that by everyone that's coming home.
Oh my goodness.
Cats out there.
So many brothers, man. I speak to them. Listen, I'm like a therapist out here, brother.
Yeah, right.
I speak to all my friends. They all 25. They all came home. 25 years, 30 years. They come home. They've been on my show. They're doing great things, good job. But they all need They all need that. Damn, man, this is complicated. These guys don't even know how to say part and self or this stuff. I said, yeah, it's okay, man. We live in a whole different era. That's all right. We gotta let it go.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you right, Pete. Anyway, with that being said, man, it was a
pleasure,
blessing,
man. One of many, man. One of many.
Hear me, it's a blessing.
We got some
having
stuff.
you.
I want to do the streets. I want to, see your
go.
team together. That's want to do
Yes.
the needle cleanup because
Yes.
that's a huge issue.
Yes.
And those needles are a real problem. And then I want to talk about connecting with some grant writers.
Let's get
and
it.
really put a program together on going on
I
right.
want to also invite you to Rikers Island. I'm going to Rikers Island like in 2 weeks with Fat Joe and the whole team. We're bringing a basketball team. I would love for you to
When is it? When is it?
I'm playing. Joe's like, you playing, P? I'm like, yeah, I'm playing.
When is that going to
Like
be?
in 2 weeks.
I'm in, man. I'm in.
Yes, I told your team about it.
Yeah, get DJ. Let DJ know.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, I
My
appreciate
man.
you, man.
Thank
God
you.
bless you, and just know
Yes,
you got
man.
Mr.
Yes.
P behind you, man. Whatever you need me for, let's get it together, man. I'm here, man. Appreciate you, man, so much, man. You already know your boy Mr. P, dog in the yard. Eric, you already know the mayor, the one that runs New York. We in the building, dog in the yard. What up? You already know it's your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome back to Dog in the Yard. I want to thank, first and foremost, Mayor Eric Adams for coming through, making it happen. We definitely discussed changes. We're gonna definitely partner up, and we're gonna create some changes, man. You know what I mean? I'm super honored. Thank you so much, to the city of New York, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, it's never too late to change, man. Thank you, DJ, for making it happen, and everybody behind the scene that made this happen. You already know it's your boy Pistol Pete, dog in the yard. Salute.